here. It upsets my vibrations.
Do you have a seat?
Oh, you know, I find this room to be very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I noticed it the other night.
I'm not entirely surprised.
Have you ever been to Cowden Manor?
No, I'm afraid I haven't.
It's very interesting too. Strikes you like a blow between the eyes the moment you walk into the drawing room. Oh, 2 lumps of sugar, please, and no milk at all.
I'm profoundly disturbed, Madam Arcottian. I want your help.
No, I thought so. What's in these sandwiches?
Cucumber.
Oh, couldn't be better. Fire away.
Well, it's most difficult to explain. It's so fantastic.
Oh, facts first, explanation afterwards.
Oh no, the facts are rather so fantastic.
Facts very often are. Take creative talent, for instance. Look at Shakespeare, Michelangelo. How do you account for Mozart? Snatching sounds out of the air and putting them to paper when he was practically a baby. Facts, plain facts. I know it's old-fashioned nowadays to ascribe it to glands, but my reply to that is fiddle-dee-dee.
Yes, I'm sure you're quite right.
There is more in heaven and earth than can be dreamt of in your philosophy, Mrs. Conway.
There certainly are.
Well then, out with it. Take the plunge.
Yes, well,
You've heard strange noises in the night, no doubt. Boards creaking, doors slamming, subdued moaning in the passages. Is that it?
no, I'm afraid it isn't.
No sudden gust of cold wind, I hope.
No, it's worse than that.
Oh, well, I'm all attention.
Well, it sounds idiotic, but the other night, during the seance, something happened.
Oh, yes, I knew it. It's probably a poltergeist. They're very cunning, you know. They sometimes lie doggo for days.
You know that my husband was married before.
Oh, yes, I have heard it mentioned.
His first wife, Elvira, died comparatively young.
Where?
Here, in the house, in this very room.
Oh, I'm beginning to see daylight.
Oh, and she was convalescing after pneumonia, and she started to laugh helplessly at a BBC musical program and died of a heart attack.
Oh, and she materialized the other evening after I'd gone. Oh,
No, he was my husband.
Oh, splendid, splendid. Oh, well, this is just tremendous.
Yes, but please, sit down again, Madam Arcottian.
How can anyone sit at a time like this? This is just too splendid. I haven't had such success since the Sutherland case.
Oh, yes, and that is the thing, Madam Arcottian. I must insist upon you sitting down and controlling your natural exuberance. I truly appreciate your achievement here, but you have to understand that it has made my position in this house untenable, and I hold you entirely to blame.
Well, you must forgive me, Mrs. Conway. I am just tremendously selfish. How can I help?
Well, how? By sitting about immediately to where she came from.
I'm afraid that is easier said than done.
You mean to tell me that she's liable to stay here indefinitely in this house?
Well, it's hard to say. It really largely depends on her, I'm afraid.
Oh, my dear Madame Arcottian.
Where is she now?
My husband's driven her into Folkestone. Apparently she was anxious to see an old friend from the ground.
Please excuse the formality, but I will have to make a report to the psychic research.
Oh, I would really appreciate it if there were no names mentioned.
Oh no, the report will be confidential.
This is a small village, you know, and gossip would be most undesirable.
I completely understand, Mrs. Condamine. Now, you say that she was visible to your husband.
Yes.
Visible only to husband. Audible too, I presume.
Oh, extremely audible.
Extremely audible. Your husband was devoted to her?
Yes, I believe so.
Husband devoted.
It was apparently a reasonably happy marriage.
Oh, tut tut, Mrs.
I beg your
Condamine.
pardon? you're wondering, it was about 7 years ago when she passed.
7 years ago when she passed. Okay.
Could you materialize that? Anyway, that must be some sort of
Oh, yes, you're right. She must have put herself on the waiting list.
waiting list.
Yes, yes. She would have gotten beyond the materialization stage at this point. There must have been a strong psychic force. She must have wanted to come back. And
Do you mean to tell me that my husband wanted her back all that much?
well, possibly. Or it could have been her own determination.
Well, that sounds much more likely.
Well, would you say that she was a woman of strong character?
I don't know, Madam Honey, I never met her. Nor am I particularly interested in how or why she got here. I'm totally concerned with the question of how to get her outlaid as soon as possible.
Mrs. Condamine, I'm afraid that it is time that I be frank with you and tell you that I really have no idea how to set about it.
Do you mean to tell me that after having conjured up this ghost, the spirit, or whatever it is, and having placed me in a hideous position, and you are unable to do anything about it at all?
Well, honesty is the best policy.
It's outrageous! No, I'll hand you over to the police.
Oh, you go too far, Mrs. Condamine.
You are indeed. Do you realize what your insane amateur muddling has done?
I have been a professional since I was a child. Amateur is a word that I will not tolerate.
But it seems to me to be a height of amateurishness to a noble-related experience and not be able to get rid of it again.
I was in a trance. Anything can happen when I'm in a trance.
Oh, well, all I can suggest is you should go back into one immediately and get this damn woman out of my house.
I cannot just go into a trance whenever I feel like it. It takes hours of preparation, on top of which I have to watch my diet for days beforehand. This afternoon, for instance, I had lunch with friends and I had pigeon pie. Oh, that on top of these cucumber sandwiches just makes a trance out of the question.
Well, you have to do something.
Well, I will file this report to the psychical research people. I will send it as soon as possible.
Will they be able to do anything?
Probably not. They will just send an investigation team and ask you some questions. And there will be a lot of wall tapping and mumbo jumbo, and you will probably have to have a conference and go up to London to testify.
Connie, no, it's too humiliating. It really is.
My dear, now don't upset yourself. How can you come from upsetting yourself?
Oh, well, it's easy for you to talk like that, Madame Connie. You don't seem to just realize the position that I'm in.
Try to look on the bright
Oh,
side.
bright side indeed. Do you suppose that you'd be able to look on the bright side of your husband's British wife suddenly appeared from the grave and came to live in the house with you?
I resent your tone, Mrs. Conway.
Oh, you might just decidedly don't have any right to. You're entirely to blame for this whole horrible situation.
Might I remind you that I came here the other night on your own invitation?
On my husband's invitation.
I was asked to go into a trance and to make contact with the other side. I did what I was asked to do.
Well, that's true.
Yes.
Well, I suppose.
Yes, I knew. I had no way of knowing there was any ulterior motive wrapped up in it.
Ulterior motive.
Yes. Well, obviously your husband was eager to get in touch with his first wife. Had I known that, I naturally would have talked to you beforehand. After all, noblesse oblige.
Well, he had no plan on getting in touch with anyone. This whole thing was planned in order for him to get some materials on mystery story he's writing about on the side of medium.
Oh, really? Am I to understand that I was only brought here in a spirit of mockery?
Oh, not at all. He really wanted to make some notes of the tricks of the trade.
Tricks of the trade! Insufferable! say to one another goodbye.
Oh, no, please, don't go, please.
Your attitude from the outset has been most unpleasant. Some of your remarks have been discourteous in the utmost. And I should like to say, without umbrage, that if you and your husband were foolish enough to fool with the unseen, for paltry motives, and in a spirit of ribaldry, then whatever has happened to you is your own fault. And I should like to say, to coin a phrase, as far as I'm concerned, you can stew in your own juice.
What was Madame McCarthy doing here?
She came to tea.
Did you invite her?
Of course I did.
Well, you didn't tell me you were going to invite her.
You didn't tell me you were going to invite Elvira to live with us.
But I didn't.
Oh, yes, you did, darling. I was just subconscious.
What was your girl so cross about?
I told her the truth about why we invited you here the other night.
That was quite unnecessary and most unkind.
She needed talking down, but she was blowing herself out like a counter pigeon.
Well, what did you ask her to tea for?
Oh, to get me exercise, of course. Look at these cucumber sandwiches. And she loved them so.
Is that true?
It's what's true.
What Elvira said.
You know perfectly well I can't hear what Elvira says.
She said that you invited Madame McCarthy here to get her exercise. Is that true?
We may have discussed the possibilities. Oh, there's a snake in the glass for
You
you.
have no right doing that without consulting me.
No, I have every right. This situation is absolutely impossible, and you know it.
I mean, it is a different situation, but I can't see any reason why we shouldn't have a jolly time with her. Just if you could try to just be a little more friendly with Elvira, I'm sure you would have a jolly time.
No, I have no wish to have a jolly time with Elvira. She's certainly bad tempered. I can't see why.
You must not be so callous, Elvira.
I was never bad tempered, was I, darling? I was very beastly to me.
I was never beastly.
Where is Elvira now?
She's in a chair by the table.
Now look here, Elvira. I shall have to call you Elvira, shan't I? But I can't very well go on calling you Mrs. Connor now, can I? That would sound too silly.
I don't see why.
I wish to be absolutely honest with you, Elvira.
Hold on to your hats, boys.
I admit I did ask Madame McCarthy here with the view of getting you exercise. But if you were in my shoes, I think you would have done exactly the same thing, wouldn't you?
But I wouldn't have done it so obviously.
What did she say?
But you just smiled and nodded.
You really are sweet, Charles. I worship you.
Generous of you. Thank you, Elvira. I really would rather there were no misunderstandings between us.
That's very sensible, Ruth. I agree entirely.
I want, before we go any further, to ask you a frank question. Why did you really come here? Well, I can't see that you hope to achieve anything of it beyond the immediate joke of making Charles into some sort of astral bigamist.
Oh, but I came because the power of Charles's love tugged and tugged and tugged at me, didn't it, my sweet?
What did she say?
She said that she came because she wanted to see me again.
Oh, I think she's done that now, hasn't she?
You must not be inhospitable, Ruth.
Well, I have no wish to be inhospitable. I should just like to know how long you would take to stay here, Elvira.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. Isn't that horrible?
She says she doesn't know.
Well, surely that's a little inconsiderate.
I mean, didn't that old spiritualist have any constructive ideas on how to get rid of me?
What did Madame McCarthy say?
Well, she said there was nothing that she could do at all.
Oh, don't be upset, dear. This is a very unique situation. I see no reason why we can't have a great deal of fun out of the whole thing.
Oh, I'm not. Charles, are you out of your mind?
I thought I was at first, but I must admit that I'm beginning to enjoy myself.
Charles! Charles!
Oh, she's off again.
You mustn't be so callous, Elvira.
Well, I'm sure she said something insulting, hasn't she?
No, darling, she said nothing of the sort.
Now, look here, Elvira.
She's by the window.
Why the hell can't she stay in one place?
Took her again, Charles. I can't see why you married her.
Please watch your mouth, dear. You'll only cause more problems.
Who's that dear you? Her or me?
Both of you.
Oh, this is intolerable.
Dear, you didn't understand.
No, I have done
Do you
my
think
level best to control myself all through
Kate
yesterday
might
evening,
be
and
willing
I'm not going to do it
to run the
anymore.
ideas
The
of
strain is too much. She has the advantage of being able to say whatever she pleases without me being able to hear her. But she can hear me all right, can't she? Without any mortified interpreting.
By interpreting, I don't know what you mean.
I know his.
No, you know, Charles. You haven't told me once what she really said. You put it down.
Or if anybody
And
else
judge by her
could
craft, she's the kind of person who uses the most unpleasant language.
Don't talk like that.
I need polite conversation all through dinner and breakfast and lunch today, and I'm not going to do it anymore. It's been a nightmare. And I don't like her very much, and I never have to. What's wrong is I'm sure that I never would have, dead or alive. So I am going to my room. I could have liked her. I could have liked her if she had shown the slightest sign of good manners, the slightest sign of breeding. But she didn't. She just wants to make mischief between us and have little jokes about me between you and her. And guess what? I'm not going to put up with it anymore. I'm going to bed. And you will bring my dinner to me on the train. And I want you to have the time of your life here, joking and gossiping with each other. And first thing in the morning, I am going up to London and I'm going to research with the Researcher Psychical Society. And then, if they feel it, I shall go to the Archbishop of Canterbury. That's right.
Ruth!
Oh, let her go. She'll calm down later on.
I don't know what's gotten into her. She's usually so affable.
No, she's not. Not really. Her mouth gives her away, Charles. It's a hard mouth.
Her mouth's got nothing to do with it. And I resent you talking about Ruth as though she were a horse.
Do you love her?
Of course I do.
As much as you loved me?
Don't be ridiculous. It's entirely different.
Oh, that's good. It never could be the same, could it?
You always behave very badly, Amira.
Oh, Charles.
It pains me that your sojourn in the other world hasn't improved you the least.
Oh, go on, Charles. I love it when you pretend to be cross with me.
I'm going up to talk to Ruth now.
I can't be custard.
But don't be idiotic. We must be a little nice and sympathetic.
I don't see why. If she says that I'm being so disagreeable, I'll just let her get on with it.
You were always very disgraceful, Elvira. We must make allowances for Ruth. I'm wanting to go up and talk to Ruth as long as that's okay with you.
I suppose. But all I want is to be with you, darling.
Well, you are with me.
No, I mean alone. And you go upstairs and you small her over. She'll come flouncing down again and our quiet night will be spoiled.
Well, you are encouragingly selfish, Elvira.
It's simply natural for me to want to spend some time alone with you. And I haven't seen you for 7 years. But if you really think it's your duty, I'll let you go out for a little while.
Well, of course it is.
Then I don't mind.
You are disgraceful, Elvira.
You won't be gone long, will you, darling?
I'll probably dress for dinner while I'm upstairs.
You don't have to dress for me.
I always dress for dinner.
What are you going to have? I should love to watch you eat something so delicious.
Be a good girl now, and you can play on the grammar book.
Thank you, Charles. Oh, Edith, I swear you're so no, everything wrong seems to happen all at once, just as though some evil forces were at work. I remember once not long ago, George and I went to a fortnight's holiday, not long after we were married, and we were dogged by bad luck from beginning to end. The weather was vile. George sprained his ankle, and I honestly had to stay in bed for 2 days. And to crown everything, the lamp fell over in the sitting room set fire to the trees George had become hyperplastic with the abdominal glands.
How dreadful.
I mean, he had to read the whole thing all over again, every single word.
Are you sure you would like a sherry or a cocktail or anything?
No, thank you. Really not. George will be down in a moment. We've got to go like lightning. We're supposed to be doing marks at 7, and it's nearly that now.
Yes. I think I would have some sherry. I feel I'll need it.
Oh, try not to worry about your husband's arm, Mrs. Conklin. I'm sure it's only a sprain.
It's not his arm I'm worried about.
Oh, I'm sure Edith will be up and again in just a few days.
Well, my cook gave notice this morning.
Well, really? Servants are awful, aren't they? Not a shred of gratitude, and the first sign of trouble, they run out on you like the rats in a sinking ship.
I feel that your simile is not entirely fortunate, Mrs. Bradman.
Oh, I didn't mean that, Mrs. Conklin.
Nothing to worry about, Mrs. Conklin. It's only a slight sprain.
Oh, I'm so relieved.
Made a great deal of a fuss when I examined him. Not much worse patients than him, you know. Particularly high-strung men like your husband.
Oh, is he high-strung, do you think?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I wanted to talk to you about that. I think he's been overworking.
Overworking.
Yes, he's in a rather nervous condition. Nothing serious, you understand.
What makes you think so?
Oh, I know the symptoms. Of course, the shock of this fall might have something to do with it. But I certainly should advise a complete rest for a couple of weeks.
You mean he ought to go away?
I do. In cases like that, a change of atmosphere can help.
What symptoms did you notice?
Though nothing would be unduly alarmed about. A slight error of strain, inability to focus his eyes on the person he's talking to, a few rather marked references in his conversation.
Can you remember any examples?
Oh, he suddenly shouted, "What are you doing in the bathroom?" And then a little later, while I was writing a prescription, he suddenly said, "For God's sake, behave yourself."
How extraordinary.
He obviously goes on like that, especially when he's immersed in writing a book.
I'm not the least terrified, really, but I do think that a rest and change would be bad.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bradman. Would you like any sherry?
Oh, no, thank you. We really must be on.
How's poor Edie?
Well, she'll be all right in a few days. She's still recovering from the concussion.
It's funny, isn't it, that on the same day both your husband and your husband fall.
Yes, if that sort of thing amuses you.
Come along, my dear. You're talking too much as you.
You're poor, George. Good night, Mrs. Conklin.
Good night.
I'll look at both patients sometime tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Dr. Bradman.
Oh, well, how does it feel?
All right.
It's only a slight strain, you know.
Is this damn spoon really essential?
It's a wise precaution, yes. It'll prevent you from using your left hand except when it's really necessary.
I plan on driving to Folkestone this evening.
It would be much better if you did.
It's quite convenient.
But you can perfectly easily wait until tomorrow.
Oh, Charles, I cannot stand another dreary night at home. I've been sitting maybe for 7 years.
Let me be the first to congratulate you.
Oh,
Was that all?
Charles, try to be sensible, I implore you.
Sorry, I forgot.
You can drive as long as you promise to drive slowly and carefully. You have gear changes on the ground, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, use your left hand as little as possible.
All right.
You'd much better stay home.
Couldn't you drive?
There's lots to do in the house, and there's Edith to attend to.
I'll leave you two to fight it out amongst yourselves, but if you do insist on going, easily does it. The roads are very slippery anyhow. Come along, Violet.
Goodbye again. Good night, Mr. Conklin.
Good night.
Oh, you really are infuriating, Elvira. Surely you could have waited another night to go to the movies. Stop acting like a schoolgirl. You're old enough to know better.
What?
I was talking to Elvira.
She's here.
Well, she was a moment ago. She threw a rose at
get over it. I remember this mood of old, usually when she was up to something.
You're sure she isn't here?
Yeah, quite sure.
I want to talk to you.
God,
No, I must. I must.
you behaved very well the last few days, but you're not going to be in some causing more scenes, are you?
Charles, I resent that air of patronage. I behaved myself, as you put it, because there was nothing else to do. But I think it only bears warning you that I make no guarantees for the future. My patience is being stretched to its uttermost.
Look, this has been just as difficult for Vera as it has you, if not more so. The poor thing comes over from the other side all trustingly, and what has she been met with? Nothing but hostility and brawling.
What did she expect?
Surely even an ectoplasmic manifestation has the right to a little of the milk of human kindness.
Oh, milk of human fiddlesticks.
That just doesn't make sense, dear.
Elvira is about as trusting as a puff adder.
You are frantic, sheer unyielding rant.
A great deal more dangerous to the bargain.
Dangerous? How could a poor, lonely, wistful little spirit like Elvira be dangerous?
Quite easily, and she is. She's beginning to show her hand.
In what way? How do you mean?
Well, this is a fight, Charles. A bloody battle. A duel to the death between Elvira and me. Don't you realize that?
Melodramatic hysteria.
No, it isn't melodramatic hysteria. It's true. Can't you see?
No, I can't. Jealousy can cause the most curious delusions.
Charles, I'm doing everything I can not to lose my temper with you, but I must say, you are pushing me to my limits.
I don't see what it is that Elvira has done.
She has a purpose, Charles. And if you can't see it, then you're more ignorant than I thought of you.
What purpose could she have besides wanting to see me again? She's always so attached to me, the poor child.
And her purpose is perfectly obvious, and it's to get you to herself forever.
How can she do that?
By killing you off.
Killing me off? You're mad.
No, I'm not. It's true. Why do you think that Edith fell down the stairs and nearly cracked your skull?
What does Edith have to do with it?
Because the whole top of the stair was covered in axle grease. Cook discovered it this morning.
Ruth, you're making this up.
No, I'm not. I swear I'm not. Why do you suppose that when you were outside lopping off that dead branch from the pear tree that the ladder broke through? Because it had nearly been sawn through on both sides. Don't you see?
Why would she want to kill me? I can understand her wanting to kill you, but why me?
Because if she got rid of you, she would have you to herself on a damn natural plane. She's probably making some sort of spiritual remarriage for you. I wouldn't put anything past her.
Ruth.
Charles, don't you see?
No, I don't, not really.
Charles, she wants you to herself forever.
Well, what are we to do?
Well, we're to act as though nothing happened. Just behave perfectly normally. I'm going to Madame Arcot. I don't care how cross she is with us. She's got to help us. And even if she doesn't know a way to get rid of Elvira, she has to know some form of, I don't know, ritual to make her helpless. Okay, I'll be just an hour more. Tell Elvira I've got to see the vicar.
This is appalling.
Charles, forget that. Remember, don't give yourself away by so much as a blinking knock.
Oh, look out!
What?
I was really saying it's a nice lookout.
Oh, what's a nice lookout?
Oh, the weather. The glass is going down and down, positively look up.
Why is it that I find it so peculiar that you and Ruth have nothing more interesting to talk about other than the weather?
I'm not going to stand for this anymore. I'm really not.
Ruth, dear.
Where is Elvira at the moment? All right. Elvira, I would like to tell you exactly what Charles and I were talking about. It wasn't the weather, as you so rudely suspected. I was trying to persuade Pete not to take you into Folkestone this evening. He's got for his arm, and you could perfectly easily wait. So, Charles is not going to listen to me in anything I like for him. So, I must leave you all as it is. I hope you enjoy your evening.
Oh, Charles, you would be sweet to her.
No, Ruth is not to be tortured any more than we.
No, she's a woman of sterling character. It's a pity that she's so ungiving.
I told you I don't have to discuss glass of sherry first?
I didn't think you would take me at all.
Oh, of course I do. But I do think it would be more sensible to go tomorrow or another day. It's a filthy night.
How familiar this is.
In what way familiar?
Oh, back whenever we were married, all I had to do was suggest something before you just immediately edged me off.
I'm not hedging you off. I was merely saying that it's a filthy night out.
That's fine. We can stay home and have another cozy, intimate evening at home with Ruth stowed away in that hideous table center.
She's well aware that the table center is hideous. It happens to be a gift, but love.
You don't have to defend her taste to me, darling. It's thoroughly artsy and you know it.
This is not artsy craftsy.
I mean, look at those cartons. And look at that hideous table shop.
That happens to be a gift from Lady McKinley from Burma.
It's obviously from Birmingham.
You always behave very badly, Clara.
Charles, don't be so elderly and grand with me. Come on, let's go, please.
Not until I've had my sherry first.
Oh, you're tiresome.
Besides, the car will be back for a half hour at least.
What do you mean?
Well, Ruth is taking the car to go and see the vicar.
What?
What have you got in such a state for?
You idiot! Stop her, Charles! Stop her immediately!
What do you mean? Why?
Go and stop her, Charles! You need to stop her now! Go! Stop her!
Why can't she? Drove up a few moments ago. I heard her pull away.
Oh, no.
Elvira, what's wrong?
Wrong? Oh, darling, nothing's wrong.
What have you done?
Son, I haven't done anything.
Elvira, you're lying.
I'm not lying. What is there to lie about?
Oh my God. The car!
Oh, Charles, don't look at me that way. I didn't do anything, I swear.
You drove into the car. Ruth was right. You are trying to kill me.
No, Charles, no.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Answer me!
Nothing, I swear. Oh, Charles, I swear I did not do anything. You just give me the car.
Not until you answer me. I can't go and get it. She's driven off already.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello? Yes, this is he. The bridge at the bottom of the hill. Yes. Yes, I'll be there right away. Thank you.
Mr. Bonamine, I hope you will not consider this an intrusion.
Not at all. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Would you like a coffee or a liqueur?
Oh, no, thank you. I had to come, Mr. Bonamine.
Yes?
I felt a tremendous urge, like a rushing wind, and so I hopped on my bike, and here I am.
That was very kind of
No, not kind at all. It was my duty, I know.
you. Your duty?
Yes, I reproach myself vividly, you know.
Madam Alcati, there's no need for that.
I allowed myself to get into a huff with your late wife the other day, and I rode all the way home in the grip of temper. I have regretted it ever since.
My dear Madam Alcati.
Please, allow me to go on. Mine is the shame, mine is the blame. If I had not been so impetuous, if I had listened to the cool voice of reason, so much might have been averted.
Madam Arcati, I feel like there's nothing whatever that could have been done. Over and beyond the original unfortunate circumstance, I think that we were as...
Mr. Conrine, I threw up the sponge. In a moment of crisis, I threw up the sponge when I should have thrown down the gauntlet.
Regardless of what you threw, I think circumstances were a little too strong for all of us.
I cannot bring myself to admit defeat so easily. It is gone and wormwood to me. I couldn't at least concentrate. Made an effort.
Never mind that.
But I do mind. I mind every fiber of my being. I can't help it. You know, I've been thinking a great deal and also reading up a lot over the last few dreadful days. I gather that you are alone.
Yes, my first wife is resting in the bedroom. The funeral exhausted her. My second wife, I believe, hasn't left her side, but I have no way to know for certain.
You have remarked no difference in the texture of your first wife since the accident?
No. A little down-spirited, I suppose, but that's all.
Well, that washes that out.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Oh, it was just a little theory I had. You know, in the 19th century, it used to be thought that any ghost who had a hand in the death of a human being would disintegrate automatically.
How do you know that Elvira had anything to do with whose death?
Oh, Elvira? Oh, what a pretty name. Has a definite build to it, doesn't it? Elvira. Elvira.
You haven't answered my question, Madam Arcati.
Oh, well, it came to me last night. It came to me in a flash. I had just finished my own routine, and I shut out the light when suddenly I started up in bed, and I said, "Great Scott, I've got it!" And it was then that I put two and two together. And you know, it was 3 in the morning, my mind was fairly seething. So I went to work on my crystal for a little, but it wasn't satisfactory. It was cloudy, you know.
Oh, I'd be very much obliged if you kept any theories of whose death to yourself.
My one desire is to help you, Mr. Condamine. I feel that I have been remiss over the whole thing. Not only remiss, but untidy.
Well, I don't feel like there's any reason for you to reproach yourself.
But there is something that I can do. There is a formula. I have it here. I copied it from Edmondson's Witchcraft, and it's my ways.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yes. Pluck up your heart, Mr. Condamine. All is not lost.
Madam Arcati, I wouldn't.
You are still anxious to dematerialize your first wife, I suppose.
Well, yes, I am, but...
What?
Well, you see, apart from my being angry with her, which Elvira used to always hate even when she was alive, my second wife has hardly left her side for an instant. So, you see, she's been having a rather bad time with one thing or another.
Yes, well, your delicacy of feeling does you credit, Mr. Condamine, but if you would forgive my bluntness, you are a damned fool.
Well, you're at liberty to think whatever you like, but...
Oh, now don't get on your high horse. There's no need in that, is there? I have a formula here that will be able to get rid of her without hurting her feelings. And it's extremely simple. All it requires is complete concentration from you. And a minor strats from me. I might even be able to do it without lying down.
Honestly, I think I was...
Charles!
What's the matter?
What is she doing here?
She came to offer her condolence.
Oh, there should have been congratulations.
Elvira, you're not to talk like that as if it was possible taste. Madam Arcati, let me introduce my first wife, Elvira.
Oh, how do you do?
Sit away, Charles.
In what part of the room is she at the moment?
Well, she's been moving around rather rapidly. I'll let you know if she actually settles anywhere.
She's the one that's gotten me into this in the first place.
Yes.
Well, tell her to send me away immediately. I cannot stay this for one more minute.
Honestly, Elvira, I'm surprised at you.
Oh, do you care how surprised you are? I want to go home.
I smell ectoplasm very strongly.
How disgusting.
Where is she now?
She's over here by me.
Oh. Are you happy, my dear?
What a silly old bitch. To mind her own business.
Was the journey difficult? Are you weary?
She's naughty.
Madam Akati.
Yes. Oh, this is wonderful. It's just wonderful.
Send her away, Charles.
Madam Akati, would you
Yes.
find it frightfully rude if I asked you to...
Oh, just a moment. Just a moment. I must have contact. Oh! I can sense the vibration. Oh, this is just magnificent. Oh, my goodness.
Go ahead, give her a little encouragement.
Only if we promise to get her to the other room.
All right.
Oh, it's wonderful. Oh, again. Oh.
Hey,
Oh, yes. Oh,
Return.
that was first rate. Just first rate. Oh, my goodness.
I'm glad you're so pleased.
Oh.
Would you find it terribly rude of me if I asked you to wait in the dining room while I had a conversation with my first daughter?
Oh, well, must I? I'm just enjoying being in room with her.
It'll only be a few minutes, and I promise you'll be here when you return.
Very well, if I must. Will you hand me my bag? It's over there by the settee somewhere.
I'll get it.
Oh, you darling! Oh, you little darling! Oh, my dear, thank you!
How good is she really?
I really don't know.
Do you really think she can give me back today?
My dear child,
Don't call me your dear child. This moment she was silly.
there's no need to be rude.
Charles, this whole thing has been a failure. A miserable, dreary failure. And what hopes I started with?
You can't expect much sympathy from me. I'm perfectly aware your highest hope was to murder me.
No, Charles, don't put it that way. It sounds beastly.
It is beastly. It's one of the beastliest things I've ever heard.
There was once a time whenever you would have welcomed a chance to be with me forever.
Your behavior has shocked me immeasurably, Elvira. I had no idea you were so unscrupulous.
Oh, Charles!
Don't cry.
They're only gestures. They don't mean anything, really. They just hurt.
You have brought all this on yourself, you know.
Don't go on and rub it in. It's only because I loved you, which was the silliest thing I've ever done, was to love you, and you were never worthy of me.
That knocks me perilously close to impertinence.
I sat there on the other side, just longing for you day after day. I did really. Even through that affair with that brassy-looking woman with the south breath, I still went on loving you and thinking of you truly. And then you married Ruth. I knew deep down inside that you still loved me best. So that's why I put in for a return visit, filled in all those forms, and waited in all those drafty passages for hours. You know, if only you had died first, everything would have been better. I wasn't even in the house for a day before I realized how much she has ruined you. And your books. Oh, your books. They're not even torture as good as what they used to be.
You're wrong. Ruth encouraged me and helped me through my work, which is a damn sight more than you ever did.
Perhaps that's what's wrong with them.
All you ever wanted to do was go to parties and enjoy yourself.
Why shouldn't I have? I died young.
But you shouldn't have died at all. If you hadn't gone out on the boat with Guy Henderson, you got soaked to the skin.
So we're back to Guy Henderson, are we?
You behaved abominably over Guy Henderson, and there's no use pretending that you didn't.
Guy Henderson adored me.
Did you have an affair with Guy Henderson?
I'd rather not discuss it.
Answer me, did you or didn't you?
Of course I didn't.
But you let him kiss you, didn't you?
How could I stop him? He was bigger than I was.
You swore to me.
Of course! You make big scenes over nothing at all.
Nothing at all?
You never loved me truly, did you? It was always your beastly vanity.
You find it vanity that I was upset, not the fact that you went out in a punch with Guy Henderson.
It wasn't a punch. It was an hunch.
I don't care. It was a three-mast schooner. You had no right to go.
You seem to forget why I went. You seem to forget that you were making sheep's eyes over the ever-black heritage of the false pearls.
A woman in Cynthia Sugar's position would hardly wear false pearls.
They were practically all she was wearing, Charles.
I am pained to see that 7 years of the echoing bolts of eternity have in no way impaired your native vulgarity.
That was a remark of a pompous ass.
There's no reason to continue this discussion.
Oh, you would always say that whenever you knew you were thoroughly worsted.
Looking back on our marriage years, Elvira, I can see now with horrid clarity they were nothing but a mockery.
You fight mockery, Charles, has something to do with your personality, I think. Some seedy grandeur.
Now see here, Elvira.
You never knew what you never suspected at all, but I laughed at you. Oh, did I laugh at you all the way from the altar to the grave? All your fussings and furings and your jealousies.
You are feckless, irresponsible, and morally unstable, and I realized all that before you left Budley Sultan.
Only a monument to war would have it hunting you in a brutally soldier tale.
What's the matter with Budley Sultan?
I was a young and eager bride, Charles. I went to glamour, romance, and music. Instead, I got potted palms 7 hours a day on a golf course and a three-piece orchestra playing Merry England. Ugh.
But it's a shame you didn't tell me this at the time.
I did tell you, but you would not listen. So that's why I went out to the malls and Captain a bracelet till I was desperate.
You swore to me that you went to visit your aunt and Exmouth
It was the malls.
with Captain Bracegirdle.
Captain Bracelet.
I should have known. What a fool I was. What a blind fool. Did he make love to you?
Of course.
Oh, Elvira.
Oh, they very discreetly. He wasn't the cavalry, you know.
All I can say is I'm well rid of you.
Unfortunately, you're not.
Yes, I am. You're dead, Ruth's dead. I'll sell this house, lock, stock, and barrel, and go away.
I shall follow you.
I'll go a long way away. I'll go to South America. You hate that. You're always such a bad traveler.
It can't be helped. I shall have to follow you. After all, you conjured me up.
I did nothing of the sort.
Somebody did. It is hardly likely to have been Ruth.
Nothing was further from my mind.
You were talking about me that evening before dinner.
I could have been talking about Joan of Arc, but that wouldn't mean I wanted her to come and live with me.
Well, as a matter of fact, she's rather fun.
Stick to the point.
I hate to think of what may have happened if I succeeded into getting you to the other side. It really makes me shudder. All it would be is bickering and squabbling forever and ever and ever. I'm lucky that it was Ruth, because at least she'll find her own set and not get in my way.
So I get in your way, do I?
Only because I was idiotic enough to think that you loved me, and I felt sorry for you.
I am tired of these insults. Please go away.
There's nothing I would like more. I always believed in cutting my losses, and that's why I died.
Of all the brazen sophistry.
Call in that woman and send her to work. I need to get out of this house immediately.
For heaven's sake, don't snivel.
Bring her in. I need to get out of this. I need out of this.
I couldn't agree more. The sooner the better. Madam Party, could you come in here, please?
Is the darling still here?
Yes.
Oh, where? Tell me where.
She's on the couch blowing her nose.
Oh, my dear. Oh, my dear.
Kati, Elvira and I had a discussion, and she would have to go home immediately.
Oh,
Wherever it is that she's come from.
well, are you sure she would like to stay here for a couple more days while I get everything organized?
No, I need to go now. I feel I must insist.
Well, I could come here and stay with her. I could bring my crystal.
Heaven forbid.
No, Madam Kati, we really would like to get her sent home. It's strained every nerve. Let's really put our shoulders into it.
Well,
What was this formula you spoke of?
yes, if you insist. I can't guarantee that anything will work, but I will do my best.
All right, what do we have to do?
It is nothing more than a little verse, really. It fell into disuse after the 17th century. I shall need some pepper and some salt.
This is in the dining room. I'll go get it.
We ought to, of course, have some shepherd's wort and a frog or two, but I can manage without it. Now, my dear, you won't be frightened, will you? It will be absolutely painless.
Here you are. Is this enough?
Yes, that's a good chat. I only need a little. Just put it on the table there. Yes. Now, let me see. Sprinkle it with just a soup salt right there. Yes, right in the middle.
So things gonna be a bit here.
Let's see. Oh, some snapdragons out of that box.
Merlin used to always do these sorts of things at parties. They would bore us all stiff.
Yes, right there. Now, the gramophone. In the old days, Zinnan and green pipes would do the trick, but I guess we better have the same record that we had before.
Sure, whatever you think, Madam Kati.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that Mr. Ellsworth of the Psychical Research Society would just have a fit. No. Oh, my dear. Don't start it yet, my dear. Oh, my goodness. Now then, sit down, please. Oh, fine. Right there. Yes.
Let the lights out?
No. Rest your hands on the table, but don't put them in the pepper. Now, I shall turn out the lights. Oh, I nearly forgot. One triangle, one half circle, with a dot. There we go.
She's an absolute fake. But you should one of this is gonna be a dreadful failure.
Now then, if you would just ask your wife to lie down on the sofa.
Did you lie down, Elvira? Thank you.
Now let's see. That's right. Yes, that's right. Yes, hi dear. Yes. Hands to the side, legs extended. Breathe. 1, 2. 1, 2. Is she comfortable?
Are you comfortable, Elvira?
No.
She's quite comfortable.
Oh, well, I should join you in a moment, Mr. Conrine. I may have to go into a slight trance, but if I do, pay no attention. First the music and then the lights.
Oh, this is dreadful. Do not bother me if I start to get the giggles.
Be quiet. Concentrate.
Oh.
Lights! Hold on to yourself. Concentrate. Ghostly spectre, all of fiend, nevermore be thou convened. Shepherd's wort and holy right, vanish thee into the night.
Disagreeable
Is there anyone there? Is there anyone there? 1 rap for yes, 2 raps for no. Is there anyone there? Woo! Good stuff, yes. Is that you, Daphne? Oh, goodness, it is. I'm sorry to bother you, dear, but Mrs. Condamine wants to return. Now, Daphne, did you hear what I said? Can you help us? Oh, the whole digestive on mine is trying to break away!
Madam Carter, are you hurt? Madam Carter, what's happened?
She's in another one of our damn trances again.
Madam Carter, wake up! Are you hurt?
She's having a whale of a time.
Wake up, Madam Carter!
I swear, if I see that bloody Daphne, I'm gonna strangle her.
Carter!
Oh, yes. Yes, well, what happened?
Nothing at all.
Yes, I feel that something's happened.
You fell over, that's all that happened.
Make this little bitch do it right.
Is she still here?
Yes, she is.
Well, something must have gone wrong. I am doing my best, thank you very much. Something has happened, all right. I sensed it in my trance. I felt it. It shivered through me!
Once and for all, Charles, what the hell does this mean?
Creepy music playing, creepy music playing.
Well, we've done everything we can. I must say I couldn't be more exhausted.
Hope it's daylight soon.
I must say that clock has always irritated me. It strikes far too slow.
It was a gift from Uncle Walter.
Who's Uncle Walter?
Elvira's.
But all I can say is that you might have chosen something a little more definitive.
You know, that's all they could really say, Ruth. It would be a comfort to us all.
You can go on being as rude as you'd like, Elvira. I don't mind a bit, really. Honestly, I would be surprised if you weren't.
What?
Oh, the reply to that is really too obvious.
I really wish the two of you would stop bickering for 1 minute.
This has been quite one of the most frustrating nights I've ever spent. Do you have something to say?
Well, I think I would never like to make arrangements with you.
Well, Vera, we're going to have to make an arrangement if we're going to have to live in this house together, and it looks very likely.
You are not going to live indefinitely in this house.
Then with you. We should have to live with you then.
I don't see why. Why don't you get a cottage somewhere?
You called us back.
I have explained to I'm blue in the face that I did nothing of the sort.
Madam Arcati said you did.
Madame Arcati is a muddling old fool.
I could have told you that in the first place.
Yes, you were being very shabby, Charles.
I don't see what I've done.
Charles, we all agreed that as Elvira and I intended, we both right to be dematerialized as soon as possible. That I admit. We've allowed ourselves to be subjected to the most horrifying mumbo jumbo, hocus pocus, baloney for hours and hours and hours and hours without you blaming. I must
Without complaining.
We stood up, we sat down, we lay down, we concentrated, we sat interminably while this tiresome old woman recites the most unflattering verses at us. We've endured 5 seances, and we watched her flicker herself in and out of trances until she's dizzy enough to be in the end of it all. We find ourselves here, right from the beginning.
Well, it's not my fault.
But be that as it may, the least you can do is accept failure gracefully and try to make the best of it. Your manners are boorish to a degree.
I don't see why you don't go off on your own.
You called us back.
I did not. Isn't there someone that you could get a hold of to advise you?
How should I know? I've only been here a few days. That's no Vera.
Oh, I've already told you. If we got the Black, Douglas, Merlin, Jill Ray, all on the road, they couldn't do a thing. The impetus has to come from here. Perhaps Charles doesn't want us to go badly enough.
I most certainly do.
Well, then you must have a very weak will, then. I've always suspected it.
Well, it's no use to argue about this anymore. Wake up, Madame Alcati, wake up!
Oh, please, not another seance. I beg you, please, not another seance.
Wake up, Madame Alcati.
Shake her.
It might upset
I
her.
don't care if it kills her.
Oh.
Wake up, Madame Alcati.
Oh. What time is it?
10 past 5.
Huh. What time did I go off?
Over an hour ago.
Curious. Very curious. Oh, let me make a note of that in my diary, please. Are they still here?
Yes.
How disappointing.
Is there anything you suggest, Madame Alcati?
Oh, we mustn't give up hope, never give in. That's my motto.
Schoolgirl phraseology is driving me mad.
Oh, now then.
Now then?
What do you say we have another seance and really put our shoulder to the wheel? Make it a real rouser.
Oh, please, not another seance.
I might even be able to materialize a trumpet if I try hard enough. Better than nothing, you know. I'm pretty something after my rest.
I don't care if she materializes a whole symphony orchestra. I beg you, please do not let her have another seance.
Madame Alcati, do you really think another seance is necessary? They haven't really achieved that much, have they?
My dear, Rome wasn't built in a day, you know.
I know it wasn't, but...
Well then, cheer up. Away with the melancholy.
Madame Alcati, before you go off into more trances, I really think we ought to maybe discuss the situation a little.
Oh, you know, that's a very good idea. And while you do, I'm going to have another one of these sandwiches. I'm hungry as a hunter.
Would you like another beer?
Oh, no, thank you, better not.
I think I'll have another whiskey.
Yes, make it a double. Enjoy yourself.
You know, one day I intend to give myself the pleasure of telling Madame Alcati exactly what I think of her.
She's trying her best.
The girls are getting despondent.
I'm afraid they are, rather.
Oh, well, we'll live through yet. Don't get downhearted.
You know, if we're not careful, she'll materialize a hockey team.
Now then, Mr. Cornline, that discussion, fire away.
Well, my wife and I were talking, and they believe one way or another that I somehow summoned them back.
Oh, yes, that's very natural.
I am quite confident that I did nothing of the sort.
Love is a very strong psychic force, Mr. Cornline. It can work untold miracles. You know, a true love call can encompass all the universe.
I'm sure you can, Madame Alcati, and while I will say that my affection for Ruth and Elvira is of the warmest, I don't believe it comes under the heading that you described.
Certainly think not indeed. I think that you do not know your own strength, Mr. Cornline.
I did not call them back, consciously or subconsciously.
Oh, but Mr. Cornline,
That is my final thought on the matter.
neither of them could have appeared without somebody, some psychic subject who
wasn't me.
It was Dr. Bradman.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
Absolutely positive.
Make me think. No! Great Scott! Oh my goodness, I have been barking up the wrong tree!
What do you mean?
The sunbury case!
What's the sunberry case?
Oh, it's the case that made me famous, Mr. Condamine. It was what you might describe in the theatrical parlance as my first smash hit.
Well,
I got fans from all over the world, especially India.
okay, well, what did you do?
I dematerialized old Lady Sunbury when she had been firmly entranced in the private chapel for 17 years.
How? How did you do it?
Chance, a fluke. I just happened on it by the merest of coincidences.
Luke, what do you mean?
All in good time. Now let me see. Who was in the house during our first seance?
There's the Bradmans, Ruth, me, and yourself.
Yes, but the Bradmans weren't here last night, were they?
No.
Quickly, hand me my crystal. Oh, this damn thing. Gives me the pip again. Ah, there. That's better.
You know, she's quite good. She ought to be in the circus.
Now, I'm beginning to understand.
I wish I was.
Yes, there it is. It's there again.
What's there again?
A bandage! A white bandage! Hold on to a white bandage.
I don't have a white bandage.
Oh! Be you in noble cranny, answer me. Be you in still room or closet, answer me. Be you behind the panel, above the stairs, in the eaves, waking or sleeping. Answer me. Well, that ought to do it, or I'm a Dutchman.
To what?
No, wait.
I swear, she's summoned another ghost. I'll scream.
Somebody we know, she is so silly.
Did you ring, sir?
No.
The bandage! The white bandage!
I'm sorry, sir. I could have sworn I heard the bell. Or somebody calling. I was asleep. I called frightening no to fly.
Child, come here, come here.
Oh,
Go ahead, Edith. Go find my pocket.
Whom do you see in this room, child?
dear.
Answer, please.
You, madam.
Go on.
The master.
Is there anyone else?
Oh, no, madam.
Please, look again.
I don't understand, sir.
Please don't beat around the bush. Look again, child.
Vera, keep still and concentrate.
I can't.
Do you see anyone else now?
Oh, no, madam.
She's lying.
Oh, madam.
They always do.
They?
Where are they now, Edith?
By the fireplace.
Well, she can see them. You mean to tell me that she can see them?
Probably, but not very clearly.
Let me go. I haven't done nothing or seen nobody. Please let me go back to bed.
Give her a sandwich.
I don't want a sandwich. I want to get back to bed.
Come here. Now sit down, child.
Please, sir,
It's okay. Have a seat, Edith.
I haven't done nothing wrong.
No one said you had. It's all right.
She's impossible with this unpleasantness. I swear I'll give her a week's notice tomorrow.
Now, you may not be here tomorrow. Look at me, Edith.
Oh, dear. What's the matter with her? Did she bar me?
Look at my finger, Edith. Have you ever seen such a long finger? Now it's on the right. Now it's on the left. Backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. Tick-tock, tick-tock, wise to stand close together.
Sure. Where?
Yes, right here by you.
Ruth, Elvira?
Oh, I resent being ordered about like this.
You know, this feels quite peculiar.
I really must insist.
You know, it's certainly right to just flatly refuse.
Now, Edith, are you sorry for being so mischievous?
Oh, yes, madam.
Yes, and now you know what you have to do, don't you, Edith?
Oh, yes, madam.
I believe it's going to work, whatever it is. Charles, this is goodbye.
Charles, wait a minute. I have something I needed to tell you.
It's maybe too late for that. I should have done that earlier.
Oh, Charles, what gracious thing to say?
I'm going to turn out the lights.
I'll be loving you always with the love that's true. Always when the things you plan, me a helping hand.
Charles, do you think
I
you're getting
will
loose?
understand.
Yes, I'm great, Myrtle. Do you
Place while you're not in there. It's the more hundred more time.
Whatever I think I do,
But it was great. I'll be loving you.
Shutting the lights?
That's enough singing for now, Edith. Yes.
Can I get the lights on, my God?
Oh, no, I will. Oh,
They've gone!
oh,
They've really gone!
yes, I think we've really pulled it off this time.
But you should wake her up before she
Oh,
brings them back.
Oh, yes, child. Wake up, child!
Good heavens, where am I?
Why don't you go back to bed?
Why, it's morning.
Yes, I know it is.
But I wasn't in bed. How did I get down here?
Oh, well, I rang the bell and you came down. Didn't you, Mama?
Did I drop off? Do you think it's my concussion? Dear.
Thank you, Edith. Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, sir. Whatever for? Oh, sir!
What was that all about?
Oh, golly, what tonight? I'm just ready to drop in my tracks.
Madam McCarthy, I'm sure in due course you'll send your account.
Oh, yes, I wouldn't dream of such a thing, Mr. Connemine. It has been such a pleasure.
But all those trances, Madam McCarthy.
Oh, no, I enjoyed them. I have ever since I was a child.
Well, perhaps you'll do the honor of having lunch with me one day soon.
Oh, yes, I should love to, when you return.
When I return.
Yes, take my advice, Mr. Connemine, and leave, now.
Whatever for?
Just go,
Do you mean to say that they may still be here?
Quien sabe, as the Spanish say, yes, just, pack your traps and go, Mr. Connemine, and, I'm going to take a couple of these sandwiches for the way home.
Certainly, by all means. I will take your advice, Madam McCarthy.
Yes.
Thank you again so much. I'll see you out.
Yes, well, it was fascinating, and, good night, and good hunting.
Elvira? Ruth? I know you're here. Elvira? Ruth? I know damn well you're here. I want to take this opportunity to tell you that I'm going away. I'm going a long way away. Someplace I don't believe you can follow. In spite of what Elvira said, I don't think spirits can travel over water. In one of your more acid moments, Ruth, you had said I've been angry all my life. Well, how right you were. But I'm free. Not just of Mother, or Elvira, or Mrs. Winthrop Llewellyn, but I'm free of you too. And I must say I'm enjoying myself immensely.
I thought so. You were quite silly, Elvira, to think that I didn't know all about you, Captain Gracious. I did. But what you didn't realize is I was extremely attached to Paula Westlake at the time. I was reasonably faithful to you, Ruth, but I doubt it would have lasted much longer. You were becoming increasingly domineering, and we learned how often to me. Well, I'm sure we'll see each other again, but until we do, I'm going to enjoy myself as I've never enjoyed myself before. Go ahead,